nothing all I'm left with is a breeze.
Hello and welcome to the Cigar Area. I'm Mike Simmons, and today I received a long-awaited back order from Thompson Cigars with two items. One was a 14-pack sampler pack of all different kind of Alec Bradley cigars, many of which I have not tried. So I really have been looking forward to that. I mean, I placed this order what seems like months ago, but it was several weeks delayed, and finally got it in. So I have all these different Alec Bradleys to review and to try. But one of them, this was included in the sampler, but I also bought a box of these because I bought these before from Thompson Cigar, is the K147 short run from Alec Bradley. This is a Puro, a Nicaraguan Puro, as they say, all Nicaraguan tobacco. It's a nice sun-grown wrapper. It's got a couple pretty good sized veins running through it. It's rich chocolatey color, and Nicaraguan binder and fillers as well. I have not had one of these in a couple of years. I know when I bought some of these from Thompson before, I think I bought a 5-pack or got one in a sampler or whatever, and I really enjoyed it. So the deal was, if you bought a box of any Alec Bradley, you got the sampler. Well, there's so many Alec Bradleys I like. I have a few in my humidors right now that I'm still in line to review, but I remember really enjoying this in the Robusto size, so I figured, what the heck, I'll just get a box of these. So I figured, came in today, gonna do this today, and then I can freely smoke that whole box whenever I want, and I don't have to worry about because I already did the review. So it's a nice peaty kind of barnyard aroma to the tobacco. Sort of a buttery toast kind of flavor on the cold draw. Very excited about this sampler I got. I mean, it has, I think, 14 different cigars, and most of which I haven't tried, and very excited. A lot of them are Robusto size, a couple of them are a little bigger, but can't wait. Rich, earthy core flavor. Rich, earthy, hearty tobacco flavor. A little spice. Nice, hearty, peppery spice on the retrohale. Earthy, hearty, spicy, sweet kind of a finish. That's the first 3 puffs. Now, I remember liking these. I don't remember distinctive qualities, flavors, or anything like that. So, I have no idea really what specific flavors I'm in store for, except that I remember it was a very rich cigar and I really enjoyed it. Had a lot of the Nicaraguan characteristics, like earthy, hearty, spice. And there's a good chance it might stay like that through the whole cigar, which is alright by me. These are like $5.40, something like that, a piece. As a single, you can get them in a 5-pack for about $20. And I think a box is like 83 or 86 or something like that. So it can be between $4 and $5 cigar, pretty much, for this Robusto size. So not necessarily expecting to set the world on fire with this one. I just waited a really long time to get these, and I figured this is the one I'm going to smoke today. And it tastes great so far, so I'll take it into the first third and see if anything else develops. I'll be back shortly. Alrighty, welcome back to the cigar area with the K147 short run from Alec Bradley. First third started out with initial earthy with a strong peppery spice on the finish. The first few puffs. The first third that sort of continued, but the main flavor now not so much earthy as it is nutty. It's kind of a combination of like a sweet, kind of a cashew nut flavor, and like a peanut. It's not totally sweet like cashew, and it's not totally nutty like peanuts. Almost like a combination. And it still has a fairly potent spice on the finish. Not quite as intense as those first few puffs. Still very rich and hearty. I think this is a medium to full, medium or a medium to full. But at any rate, I just dropped the ash off. The initial ash was on there. I had a little more than an inch, and it just dropped off last time I picked the cigar up. The K147 is actually I think it's the exit from the highway that leads to Esteli in Nicaragua, which is where these are made. And in case you were wondering what that meant, so it's kind of a tribute to that area. Some nuances of leather in there as well, and that earthiness from the beginning that creeps in occasionally too. But at this point in time, the dominant flavor is nutty, with a nice spicy finish. Kind of hits the sides of the tongue. It lasts for a few seconds, then it kind of cuts off clean. So each puff is kind of a refreshing new start. I like cigars that do that. when the finish cuts off clean, and the next puff you take is fresh. Very nice. So I'm going to continue on into the second third and see if anything changes, of course. And but I must say, I know now why I remember liking these, because it's very tasty. So I'll be back shortly. Okay, welcome back with the Alec Bradley K147. Second portion, kind of went back to the original flavors we had in the beginning. The earthy core with the spice on the finish, and an increase in the leather. So that nuttiness tapered off, but there's a nice dark sweetness in there, like molasses kind of sweetness to it. So right now in the second portion, we're talking earthy, leathery, and molasses sweetness, leading to a nice spicy finish. I'll take this band off. Ash holds on for about an inch at a time. Of course, it fell off again before I turned the camera back on. My floor is starting to become a giant ashtray again, because it rarely seemed to make it into the ashtray. The burn's pretty even. A couple little waves in there, but nothing drastic, nothing to worry about. It's got a dark gray ash to it. Very rich. I'd say it's medium toward the full range of strength. It's not definitely not a full strength cigar, but it's in the upper notches of a medium. It's a very well packed Robusto, had no soft spots in it. Nicely packed, very firm. I like that leathery taste. There's that nice earthy core, but that leather just kind of pops in and out. Every couple puffs you get a good leather taste in there. The spice is not quite as strong as it was. It seems to mellow a little bit in the second portion as compared to what it was in the first, but still there, still along the sides of the tongue. So, gonna go a little bit further into the final third here, see if we get any more changes. I'll be back in what will seem like no time. Alright, back in the final third of the K147 from Alec Bradley. Here in the final third, have another flavor change. We started off at the beginning with a nice earthy core and a sweet, strong spice on the finish. Then in the middle, switched over to a nutty, kind of a cashew, peanut, nutty flavor, kind of sweet and rich at the same time. Still had a nice spice on the finish. A little bit of a molasses kind of a sweetness going through there, and then in the final third, changed again to a nice mesquite charcoal kind of flavor, like a barbecue smoky mesquite, toasty wood kind of flavor. Not a burnt wood. There's a difference between burnt wood and a toasty mesquite charcoal, believe me. I've had a couple my recent reviews, at least one of them, turned into a burnt wood flavor at the end and kind of nasty. But this is very pleasant. Still medium. Still has the spice on the finish, but it's calmed down a bit. Still on the edges of the tongue, but not quite as strong. And there's that little molasses sweetness running through there too. So we had pretty much of a three tier flavor profile here with earthy, little bits of leather here and there, to nutty with little bits of leather, and now with a nice mesquite charcoal, all with spice, the spice tapered off toward the end. I remember now clearly why I like this cigar so much. I'm glad I bought a box of these because I like this kind of flavor profile. I like the earthy flavor, I like the leather, I like the nuttiness, and I like spicy finishes. So this is a good low-priced cigar. They used to only be available at Thompson Cigar, but I think you can get them other places now. And it used to be a Thompson exclusive, but I don't think it is anymore. But this is definitely a 10 out of 10 in my scale. Burned really well. It's got a little bit of a dip, but I'm almost done with it. You can see the ash this time. Nice gray. Holds on for about an inch. Well built cigar. Nice complex flavor profile. Good identifiable flavors. Good price. Good cigar. I'm looking forward to trying some of these other Alec Bradleys I got in that sampler. A lot of Robustos. This I started got about an hour and a half in this cigar, just about, like an hour and 20 minutes maybe. Not too bad for a Robusto. So Alec Bradley, K147, good smoke. Give it a try. Until next time, thanks for tuning in. I'm Mike Simmons. This is the Cigar Area. Please check out my other videos on YouTube and my website, thecigararea.com. Come on, enter the contest. Got a couple contests going on this month. Giving away a pair of Man of War coffee mugs, and my friend Trent from Chalice Gods 13 Cigars is giving away a cool skull ring. Just come on the website, send me an email, and you'll be entered. So until next time, happy smoking.
Darker fish cleave, creamy seas, and all I'm left with is a breeze. Doesn't even reach my knees. There's too much in this